Hey, welcome back to Comics Characters Chronology. I'm your host, Rhett, and today we're going to look at Batman's sixth appearance, which comes from Detective Comics number 32. Alright, so this is cover dated October of 1939. As you can see, this is not a Batman image on the cover. However, they have taken to giving him this spot of prominence above Detective in Detective Comics. So not a bad look too to that image. It's kind of menacing. I don't mind a large-eared Batman from time to time. All right, and we'll skip the covers, pencils, and inks, and all that stuff since it's not really a Batman cover. However, our untitled story is written by Gardner Fox, penciled by Bob Kane with Sheldon Moldoff doing the backgrounds, inks by Bob Kane, and letters by Sheldon Moldoff. Alright, and this story is reprinted in the Batman Archives, Volume 1, Batman The Golden Age Omnibus, Volume 1, Batman The Golden Age, Volume 1, and DC Universe Infinite. Alright, let's start with our story summary. Now, this is actually a continuation of the story we saw in the previous issue, and we'll have the link to that episode down below if you'd like to check that out. But our story opens with Batman trying to research and find where the monk is, and he discovers a woman named Dala. Now, Dala, it turns out, is actually an accomplice of the monk, and is herself a vampire who bites Bruce Wayne's fiancée, Julie Madison, in the neck. Batman, however, is persuaded that Dala is herself a victim of the monk, and follows her to the monk in hopes of capturing him. However, it was all a bit of a trick, and Batman falls prey to the monk's hypnotic spell. The monk then changes to werewolf form, calls some wolves to attack Batman, and tosses our hero into a pit with these wolves. However, as that happens, Batman's senses return to him. Batman eventually manages to escape the wolves, returns to Julie, and melts down a silver statue, uses those silver bullets to kill both Dala and the monk. And this frees Julie from the spell which she was under. Alright, this was a satisfying wrap-up to the story from the previous issue. Now, I don't think it's as exciting as what we get in Detective Comics 31, but all things told, it was satisfying at the very least to see this story come to an end. And it was, of course, inevitable that we would get some sort of Batman/vampire crossover, given the shared traits, if you will, of the two characters. And this, of course, is not the last time we'll see this. This comes up time and time again, probably most famously seen in the Elseworld stories that we will later get from Doug Monk and the art done by Kelly Jones. And here we do see Batman holding a gun, pulling the trigger, and killing someone. However, it does sort of beg the question, if you're killing a vampire, which is kind of the undead, does it really count as killing? Do we say that Batman killed yet again? I don't know. Lastly, I want to mention that the art here was pretty solid. It had a very nice haunting feel, which is what you'd hope to get in a vampire story, and I think the Kane Moldoff team here did a solid job. Alright, that's it for this one. Up next, we're going to have the sixth appearance of Spider-Man, which actually occurs in the Fantastic Four Annual, #1. So we're finally getting out of his own book for an appearance elsewhere. So to make sure you get that, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that jazz, feel free to hit me up with a comment below, and we'll see you then. Thanks.